Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video is gonna be the audio that I record and mix with the audio while I editing right now. I use the microphone on the camera, but the sound is not really good, so it's gonna be mixing. So thank you for your understanding. This is not my original recipe. I use the recipe on the YouTube, and this is the original video. You guys can find the ingredient in the original video. In this video, I just gonna try to replicate the original.
Use anything that you have, like in my case, I have the glass, and I don't know what it's called, but it's made from aluminum, and then you just grind up to small chunk. This is about okay now, and now the butter.
As you guys can see, I left a little bit of butter in, so I can apply it to the cake mold to stick the parchment paper to it. In his video, he didn't specify to use salted or unsalted butter. I myself have unsalted butter, so I just gonna put the salt in the cracker just a little bit to make it saltier.
And then you mix everything. Or cake mold something, I'm not sure what it's called, but put the cracker in and then you press everything down. So after you finish with the crust here, you're gonna apply the butter that I said you just need a little bit, right? Apply to the side of the cake mold.
After you measure out the circumference of the cake mold, you fold the parchment paper for like how tall it need to be, and then you just cut it up.
And you can save this for later break. I mean, you can save this parchment paper for later, and then apply the glue or the butter, not the glue. If you use glue, it's gonna be bad. Apply the butter here to make the parchment paper stick together, and make sure everything is flush against the wall. Flush, okay. And clear the table, so you're not gonna take the space. And I forgot one thing. If you cannot see, like, let me show you. I have like my tablet here.
The foil is used because to prevent the water to get inside the mold and bake everything up while in the oven. While baking, right, we need the water inside the oven to prevent the face of the cake to get burned and the inside of the cake is still raw.
And now for the cheesecake, I don't want to use a hand mixer or use the whip by my hand. I'm just lazy. Now cream cheese. Any brand is good. But if you ask me, the best cream cheese that I tasted before, I think the Philadelphia, this one. This is not a sponsor video or anything, but I recommend that, like, something that I have already tried and tasted and it's good, so I just recommend that to you guys. And then sugar. Now you put everything in the machine. Oh, let me find the log first. Okay, here. And then put the whipping head in. Start slow, and then increase the speed. After, make sure not everything gonna spread out. After everything is mixed together, after the cream cheese and the sugar is mixed in together. Now it's time for sour cream. Okay, after that we mix it one more time. Okay, now everything is mixed thoroughly, as you can see, no lump and anything. And now we will. I only have a whipping cream. It's quite hard to find heavy cream in Thailand. It can be substitute, but the heavy cream is gonna be creamier, as the name suggests. But it can be substitute. After that, we mix everything together again. So after everything is mixed, now we need 2 eggs. I use number 2. The number 2 egg gonna weigh around 55 to 60 grams. Allow that 2 eggs. Now we mix. So after we mix the egg in, now it's time for the cornstarch, bread flour, cake flour, ep flour. The difference between these 4, the cornstarch gonna feel super weird when you're doing this. Like if you put your finger, I have a glove in, and if you like just touch it and doing this, it's gonna feel strangest for all the flour, and you can tell that it is a cornstarch.
What I want to say is, if you have a cornstarch that is in a different container than the original container that it came with, you just rub it with your finger. It's gonna feel so different. You can tell it's a cornstarch.
And now the vanilla extract. And now time for lemon. To find the seed in the cheesecake mixture gonna be so hard because it's not transparent. But like for me, I want a little bit extra, so I'm gonna put the lemon zest in. And now we mix it. Make sure to clean after all your mess. Now for the grand time. Make sure that everything is mixed, and then we pour it on. And make sure everything is level. We can cut the cake. I forgot to preheat the oven, so while we wait for the oven to heat up, we're gonna do the sauce that's gonna go on top of the cheesecake. I have like a lot of lemon here, as you guys can see. So I decided to do the lemon. It's not called jam, right? This is lemon jam. I cannot find my tweezer, but it's okay. Now the oven is ready to be baked. Use a hot water on the tray. Oh my god. And then you put the water inside after and clean up the mess. I want to show you I am doing it, but yeah, that's not a good idea. So let's come.
Don't be a fool like me. Put the hot water inside when the tray is inside the oven. You can see that I make a mess. The water spill everywhere. So don't be a fool like me. Do it when the tray is in the oven.
Now it's time for the jam on top. My god. The globe is already glowed, but it's okay. If you want to make a jam, you need a lot of sugar.
This is the only lemon I have left, so you can see that it's not quite a lot. So you can taste after mixing with the sugar. It is too sweet, it is too sour, and I recommend you taste it before you do the cooking. After it cooked, the sugar gonna turn to caramel and it's gonna be super hot, and you need to wait for it to cool down and taste it. So I recommend you taste it now.
I think more sugar. And now time for the taste. I think now it's okay. And for decoration, you can use a new lemon or just the old one that I'm gonna use here. The shape of the new lemon gonna be prettier, but I just want a texture when biting the cheesecake.
If you have an unused lemon, the shape of it gonna be prettier, but if you have a used lemon like mine, just cut it in half or just small chunk is gonna be okay.
And use low heat to cook the jam because we have a lot of sugar inside. If you not be careful, it's gonna burn. So use the lowest setting for the heat.
So after you have been cooking for a while, you can up the heat, but you need to be stir it constantly.
You can taste the thickness of the jam by just the spoon. As you guys can see, it still run very fast. Now it's quite thickened. As you guys can see on the pan, it moves quite slow. Like the curve here, you see? It's stuck to the pan now. It means the jam is like thickened a little bit. Think I'm gonna stop cooking and let it continue to cook itself. The reduce of the juice and the sauce is not like super thick yet, but it moves slower than the water. The sugar is browning, gonna turn to the caramel soon. How long? About another 5 minutes before we gonna turn down the heat from the oven. Now we can sit down and relax for a little bit. Another 3 minutes, and then we're gonna lower the temperature in the oven. After that, the first half is 30 minutes in 180 degrees Celsius, and then in the second half is 30 minutes in 150 degrees Celsius, and then after that you turn off the oven, but you keep the cheesecake in the oven for another hour to let it continue cooking in super slow and low temperature for another hour. So the cooking time is about 2 hours. You put it in the refrigerator for another 6 hours. Let's check. Yeah, as you guys can see, the drip is slower. Now continue to keep cooking itself. Like I say, I bet it's still hot. So now it's 30 minutes. The phone just ring, and now it's time to lower the temperature to 150 for another 30 minutes. And now we play the waiting game again. So see you in 30 minutes. And then I think before I go, they just try the sauce first. And as you guys can see, it's not quite a lot because we're just gonna glaze it just a little bit on the cheesecake and a little bit of the lemon chunk, just a little bit. Okay, the sweetness is there and the sourness is not super high. You can taste it just a little bit, right? I don't want to be like super sour lemon jam. I just want the smell of the lemon and the sweetness, a little bit of sour, because in this recipe I already tried to make it once and it's not super sweet, so I don't want like the sourness to cut to the sweetness and the cheesecake came out like the sour cheesecake or something like that. So now let's put the jam inside the container. The timer is counting down, as you guys can see here. Let it sit inside the oven for another hour. The water is dripping because the humid in the oven is super high. It still jiggle a little bit, as you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's super hot. Let me try. Jiggle just a little bit. Usually jiggle a lot. It means it's not firm yet. And in the video, if you guys can like go watch the video that I say that I get the recipe from, or the top is brown, but as you guys can see, maybe I didn't turn the tray and kind of get a little bit brown, but not like this part. Now it's time to refrigerate this for 6 hours. So see you in 6 hours. So in not 6 hours, it's about 11 or 12 hours later. It's so late, so I didn't record anything. Oh my god. Let me get the sauce. Let's try. So the sauce is still a little bit sour.
So after I try to eat the jam later for like 1 day, the jam is increased the sourness by substantial amount. I recommend you guys to add more sugar to the jam if you want to leave a lemon peel inside.
But overall, eat with the cheesecake. Oh my god. I give it 8.5%. So creamy. Not light, it kind of go to the heavy side, but creamy, rich, a little bit of sweetness. 8.5. So anyway guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe this video if you enjoy it. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.